everybody, I'm Brian, and today we are going to be talking about something I've had for years, and I got a spare in the mail a couple of weeks ago. The downside is you got to pick them up secondhand these days. A wireless Xbox controller dongle. So why might it be worth taking up one of your precious USB-A ports these days? Stick around, let's find out. Let's get into it. The Xbox wireless adapter for Windows 10 is a cool gadget that Microsoft used to make, but not anymore. You can still pick them up on like eBay and the like these days, and for like, used or maybe even new old stock, and they're really cool. But why? Well, the basic thing is, if you've got an old Xbox controller, Xbox One still, right? They didn't have Bluetooth. And so this is the only way to wirelessly use them on your computer. That's the baseline thing. So for instance, this here is my Xbox Elite controller that one of my good friends gave me. Need a little work, so I fixed it up, and it's been awesome. But again, it would require a USB cable if I wanted to use it on the PC without all these gadgets. Okay. So that's the baseline thing. The ability to keep one of your old controllers around for about 20 bucks is usually what these little wireless dongles go for. But there's a handful of other really cool things that you can do with these, in addition to like using them on modern Xbox Series controllers as well. Here is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how you can use one of these dongles to sync up both an old or a new Xbox controller. I'm also going to show you how it can simplify your pick up and play when you just want to jump into a game, as well as your two-player experience. And I'm going to show you a couple of real cool tricks that you can only do wirelessly with this dongle in your Xbox controller. All right, so like I said, I've been using these for years, and that's why, yeah, the new one's still in the box, but here it is. Here's my little one that just lives plugged into the USB port on my monitor over here, right? Most monitors for a good while now have had like you could run a little USB cable over to it. Doesn't do you any good for video, but it's because you've got a little hub in the bottom there, and that's basically the main thing that lives in there is just this little dongle. Alrighty, so here's what we're gonna do. I've got a new laptop or tablet here, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. Ta-da! And let's see here. I've got my, like I said, my Elite controller, and I've also got this Xbox Series controller. The Xbox Series controller, like we said, has Bluetooth, and so no problem. We should be able to pair this up with Bluetooth, but I'm not gonna. In fact, let's go ahead and turn Bluetooth off. Yep. And what I'm going to do is, we've got our little dongle here. I'm going to go pull up Device Manager. Boop. And under Network Adapters, we're now going to see this Xbox adapter for Windows on here. Why the heck is it under Wireless? Well, because the classic wireless standard for an Xbox controller that honestly still gets used on your Xbox, even with the new ones, is actually a proprietary version of Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay, and so that's why it's going to show up here under the network adapters. Windows 10 or 11, it should just automatically get detected, no problem. From there, go ahead and just pull my keyboard back off. Let's start with our old school controller here, right? Because like this is the core thing you can get out of it more than anything else, is still being able to use one of your classic controllers you're happy with wirelessly on your PC. So we've got the adapter already plugged in. It was detected by Windows automatically. I'm gonna push a little button on the end of it here. Little light starts to blink. I'm gonna turn on my Xbox controller and hit the there we go, the pairing button until it starts flashing quickly, and it will probably just pair up and be happy. Huzzah! I have had, by the way, when they go solid, you're good. Well, check it out, Xbox One controller. I have had it sometimes where it won't sync up right away. What you can do there is use a micro USB cable and just plug that into the computer with a wire and your dongle there. On these old controllers, if you do that, just plug it in with a USB cable while you have that wireless dongle in there. It will sync to it, it'll realize it's there, and then when you unplug the USB cable, it'll automatically work wirelessly, just like it would on your Xbox. Love it. Okay. For the newer controllers, again, Bluetooth would work just fine, but I've got Bluetooth turned off here. Yeah, okay. And so I'm going to do the same thing. Pull it down. Pull this guy down. Oh, Xbox Series X controller. Awesome. Beautiful. Came up real fast. Again, sometimes you might have to plug it in with a cable. These new ones are USB-C. Hooray. Same thing though. If you plug it in with a USB-C cable, it'll probably sync up if just the little pairing buttons aren't doing the trick. And again, I get a little pop-up down there showing me that the controller was there. Okay, awesome. And now, both of these controllers are connected. I've had a lot of trouble over the years with Bluetooth when I tried connecting two controllers, Bluetooth compatible ones, because sometimes it can just be real finicky having the two of them and actually getting them to both map. But here they're both connected to that same wireless adapter, and Windows has built into it, because hey, same as Xbox, right, to be able to connect up. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go pull up Steam, and let's go for a 2-player game. Okay, perfect. Game loading up. And now we've got our two controllers here. I'll be Leonardo, but maybe player 2 is going to be her. It's like Splinter's daughter, I think. And now we've got our player 1 and our player 2 controllers that can both jump into the game. I'm going to have a heck of a time here. I don't actually have someone else to play. Okay, I'll swap here. Something else you might be noticing, I don't know if the sound's picking it up, my controller is vibrating. A lot of times you have trouble getting vibration working on the controllers, but it just works here. Okay. I don't think you're here for watching me play Ninja Turtles, right? Way more fun when it's like me and my kiddo playing together. But again, 2-player, yes! Okay. So that's one of the things I was talking about from before that I wanted to cover. 2-player's way easier on these because it's just a matter of hook the controllers up. Okay. Cool, so that's what I was talking about for that pick up and play ability, right? Once you've got the dongle on there, it just stays synced up. Turn on the controller, it reconnects. That 2-player thing is awesome, again, because you don't have to worry about any craziness of, trying to get the two different devices connected once on the same Bluetooth, and maybe my Bluetooth, maybe it's no good on the laptop, or maybe it's, you just don't have one on your desktop, right? Bypassing all those problems. Let's jump into the really cool stuff. Over Bluetooth, these, well, a modern one will work just fine. You just got to deal with Bluetooth, but you don't get some of the extra features that you would on the console. For instance, the headphone jacks that are on here. Yeah. Check it out. Got my, even my old one here, though it definitely works on the new one as well. Break out my cool headphones. Plug it on in. And now what we should find in Windows is that we have an additional sound device. Check it out, Xbox Wireless Controller 2 in this case has popped up. The reason this one's 2 is because this is the controller I turned on second. The reason controller 1's not showing up in my sound outputs, because I don't have a headphone plugged in there. If I did, it'll show up. Hey. Awesome. And now for either one of them, this is now just a wireless audio device. Yay, I got my old school wired headphones here. But now I could just like hit play on some video and check it out. I'm listening to it wirelessly. I could be sitting on the couch with my laptop in front of me, controller in hand, listening to my game wirelessly, again, without having to hook up Bluetooth headphones. Yeah, I got lots of Bluetooth headphones, but it's a pain in the behind to like sync them to my laptop and now disconnect them and now sync them up to my desktop. Now, as long as the controller is synced up with the computer, yeah, I got wireless. Okay, cool. So that's one of our 2 super cool things that we can do. Now you can do this with USB as well, but then you're tethered to the laptop. Here, wireless. Okay. The other cool thing, anyone else ever have this? Yeah, keyboard, tiny keyboard. Gee, if only I could have a wireless keyboard that worked on my computer. Yeah, check it out. The keyboard feature, keyboard attachment, if you still got one of these or if you track one down, now you can have a wireless keyboard for your computer. Now, it's not as 100% fully featured as a real keyboard. There's no Alt or Tab, but hey, you got a Shift, you got Enter, you got Backspace, number keys. Yeah. This will work if you're over USB as well, but not over Bluetooth. Awesome. Check it out. You can just unplug it from here, plug it in on here. It should hot swap. Awesome. Okay, and that is why one of these wireless adapters for Windows 10 or whatever might be a useful gadget that you still want to pick up while they're still out there on eBay. Like I said at the beginning, this is something I picked up as a spare a couple of weeks ago. You might have seen it in my my little mailbag video. I'm just picking up a couple of gadgets. And really what it came down to is I realized it's been a bunch of years since they sold this, and I like it enough I wanted to have a spare. And once I had a spare, I thought, hey, there's some folks out there who might want to know about this too, and might want to pick them up while they're still reasonably priced on eBay. All right, everybody, this continues to be a blast. Thanks for coming out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, y'all. Hey, but like, you wouldn't really like make your kid go outside right now, would you? It's like 1,000% humidity and hotter than the sun. I mean.